The 80s were a great time to be alive. Mostly, from my recollection, it was from the music. And some of the best music ever, in my opinion, came out of the 80s. So today we're going to revisit that with John Mellencamp's Jack and Diane, a song that ruled MTV for, I don't know, forever back then. You know, that was before the disposable, two-day hit wonders. Anyway, this is how I play the classic John Mellencamp song. John Cougar Mellencamp, John Cougar, whatever the fuck his name is today, this is how I play Jack and Diane. So we're going to start with the intro. I'm going to play each part, and then I'll break down what I'm doing. Okay, so when I do that, I'm basically I start off with an A. And then this here, so you take your third finger at the 6th fret of the D string, your first finger on the 4th fret of the G string, and your second finger on the 5th fret of the B string. So when you hit that A, back to an A major triad, which is with your third finger on the 7th fret of the D string, second finger on the 6th fret of the G string, and your first finger on the 5th fret of the B string. So it's... Now take that shape, move it down a whole step. Now for this, what I do is I take my first finger on the 5th fret of the A string. I usually use my pinky just because there it is. On the 7th fret of the G string, and I hit that octave. And I use my first finger to kind of mute that D string there. Now I know there's that where you build up on that on the A string there. I rarely do that. Really, when I play it, I do a slide or whatever there, but it is in there. So you do that, I think, I don't know, whatever it is, 4 times. Okay, now when that first verse comes in, it's so basically you're taking an A major chord right here, and so you take the open A string with your first finger, bar at the 2nd fret, the D, G, and B strings. Now what you're going to do for that is you hit the A, and then kind of almost do a hammer on there. So you're taking your third finger on the 4th fret of the D string, and your second finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. And then you slide that up. So it's that same chord shape, you just move it up a whole step. And you go to a D, and then move it up to an E triad there, and add your pinky. Oops. So you do the D, E, A. Then there's just a little break there between him coming in the next verse. And he changes it up a little bit there. Instead of doing the... he takes it and just to kind of add that dynamic. So you're just taking that chord shape, adding your pinky. So you take your pinky at the 6th fret on the G string in that chord shape. Resolving on the A, and then you go back into the second part of that verse. So you go through that verse, and then that takes you to that first chorus, which is basically your A major triad, and it's just taking those chord shapes. Alright, so then that's pretty much all the parts that you need. You know, he goes back into another verse. Another chorus. Oh yes, life goes on. And that's where that drum part comes in. Do, 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 do. You know, whatever. Gonna let it rock, let it roll. And then, you have like enough. The only change is for the outro. Now, when you're closing the song, so it's basically, you're just kind of changing it up a little bit. So you're going A, and then it's just that kind of E fragment there. So those are really all the pieces that you need to play that classic 80s tune, Jack and Diane. I hope that helps you out for just a quick figure out if you got to play it with your band, you want to play it, noodle around in your house, whatever. That's all the pieces that you need. I hope that helps you out. I hope you dig it. And as always, if you do, please subscribe.